going live. But usually it means I'm live right now. And there we are. It's the Random Kristian show. And yeah, peace to you and everybody else out there. If you're joining in, please feel free to question. And we have Matt. Matt is in the house. And hello, Matt.
Hello.
There he is.
How's everyone doing today?
We are coming through loud and clear thanks to some technological advances, but very few. And I also have Mr. Curt Vignery. And Curt, he is a fitness genius guru. I guess we're going with it. That's what it is, Curt.
You said it.
It's dropped. It's out there.
Guru.
And also owner of a gym called lazfit, LAZFIT, here in Kansas City, I guess, North Kansas City, Parkville, right?
Right on. Yeah, Parkville.
And it's kind of a unique gym. It's like, because you're really kind of 24 hours, really?
Yeah. Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah. And which I think is super cool, because guys like me who, get up at 1 a.m. and then, I can either go at that time or whenever. So that's going to be kind of our main focus today, as well. We always try to keep a main focus. That doesn't work, kind of. And so anyway, that's why it's called the Random Kristian Show. And yes, I keep looking over here because I have them on a messenger group that we're hopefully going to get inundated into the YouTube live situation here. So we look really cool and hip. Sup. All right. So,
if we do that, then
Matt, you can't do the cartoon faces.
I'm gonna do the cartoon face.
You're gonna do the. What is that anyway? It's like a cake or something.
I don't know. It looks high.
It does look pretty.
I don't know why a cake would be so high, but
well, not that I would know anything about that. But anyway, so Curt, very, very, very glad to have you here, sir. So we were we've kind of grazed on it a while back, quite a ways back, and which made me think of you. Kurt's also a pastor at my church. Amazing pastor, gives great messages. I love it. I love when you're up there, dude. You slay it. All of them do. All our pastors do. But anyway, we because of our COVID and pandemic situation into the world coming soon, which we need to be fit for, so that way when we jump to go to heaven, we're a little closer. Anyway, yeah, I know. So now, how is this? How has it affected your business? Have you seen an increase because so many people aren't able to go to work or working from home? I mean, is this like a big jump for you? You were doing pretty good right there, and then all of a sudden this hit.
Yeah. I think it's a both and. Honestly, like we've seen gyms. I've seen I can think of 3 gyms that I know personally, know the owners that have not made it. They had to close their doors but then I've seen at least 2 gyms that I can think on top of the head that they opened during this time. And so it's been people, kind of the rave the last few years has been to stay at trying to do your workout programming online at home.
Right.
And so with this current situation, I think it really launched a lot of online fitness programming deeper. So if you were already doing that, you probably got even more traction. If you were trying to start it, you probably, this was a good time to do it. This was for the box gyms, though, I'm convinced that we're not going to go, people still want to go to the gym. They're going to back. And so we've ridden this storm, for lack of a better phrase, and believing that people are going to want to come back. And we saw that. We saw our gym access increase in the last couple months with our classes drastic. Our classes, like, they just plummeted. Right. People didn't, and that makes sense. People don't want to be in a classroom of 10 to 15 people.
Breathing heavy and sweat flying everywhere. And you're like, well, at least I won't get sick.
Yeah. So, I think that if you can do it through this time, if you took advantage of all the online programming, great. But then it does, I think statistically, it still weighs out that people don't keep with their programming. They don't keep, sorry, I lost you there for a second, but they don't keep up at home. But that said, if you're a person that's in that position, there's so many tools and resources nowadays, like to do your programming online, to work out in a community at home if you have to. So there's so much at your disposal.
Right. And well, now that was going to be my next question. I know you, for a little bit there, you had somebody that was going online and doing a live fitness thing. Do you guys offer classes like that through your gym and all that?
No, we were doing a little bit of online programming in the beginning. One of our trainers, she does a lot of online. She lives off of online programming. But as a gym, we've chosen to just continue to embrace the face-to-face with putting out some stuff on social media, Facebook, Instagram, throughout the week, but really to try to draw people, knowing that, like I said, again, stats play out that the majority of people just don't continue that routine, but it can be done. Like I tell people, I'm like, this is the time. Like if ever there's a time that you can have more support, it's currently right now. So we kind of try to do the hybrid. Honestly, we try to walk that both out without just going, oh, we're scrap it, forget the gym model, close the doors, we're going online.
Right. But I mean, yeah, you still want to have the gym. Like you said, a lot of people, want to come in, use the machines, do the actual workout. And plus the whole segregation from the home thing. I know when I used to, back in the days when I was going to gyms, obviously that's gotten a little slack. But I loved being able to just, you go there and you get in your world, you get in your workout world and you just do your thing. And that's why you're there. So it's a great way to focus on it.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I tell folks, I mean, the reality is, we're in a city of what in the Northland, 500,000 people live north of the river.
Right.
I think it's Kansas City, Northland. So that's Kansas City, Greater Kansas Extended, Liberty, all the surrounding areas. So like people that are within 20 minutes of our gym, not everybody's going to come.
Right.
Obviously, that's so I tell people, find your movement and find your community. I still believe even if you're a workout at home, you can still find a group of people that are doing the same thing. Right. And it helps motivate you, helps encourage you to keep doing. So when you wake up and you've got to do your workout, and it's just you at home.
Today, really? When did I get the email?
Hello.
Hey,
Brian. Sorry, Curt. Hey.
No, it's okay.
Brian, welcome to the show. Brian is on here with us. How you doing, bud?
Good. Let me get headset on here.
Okay. Brian, Curt, Brian, I think you guys met at my wedding, but that was my best man.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Absolutely.
That was my best man. Brian was my best man.
I was. It's all past tense, baby.
Yeah. Now I'm married now. It's all done.
He is the best.
Yeah.
There's nothing best left.
Oh, no.
All right. I got to figure out a way to put this thing on a thing so it'll actually see me. There we go.
All right. So we were just talking about Curt is the owner of lazfit and basically a physical specimen of monstrosity and but he was just going through about the whole working out during the pandemic thing and how it has affected his gym and whatnot. Just to catch you up to speed. So
right on. Well, carry on.
So now, so yeah, you guys, I mean, like, yeah, you had that one lady, and now there was one guy that was going on like Facebook Live or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was doing some stuff.
Yeah, one of our trainers does training tips. Just tries to tackle different different topics that people are dealing with, whether it's injury prevention, whether it's how to tweak up your workouts during this time, whether it's form technique. Try to just add, give people some stuff to dig into to help them stay motivated, stay engaged. And that's the thing. If you're staying engaged with whatever program you do, it helps. Community helps. The plan, having a plan rather than just waking up and going, well, what am I going to do today? I think you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail, right? That's the phrase that I try to live by and so you got to have a plan. You got to have some type of community to engage in, and then having some goals, like having some, whether they're small at first, that's fine. Or then having some, I always like to be a dreamer and to have some big lofty goals and be okay with it if I come up short, but at least I went for it. At least I went
Right.
for it.
Well, yeah, shoot for the stars, and what is it? Keep your expectations high, and I'm not good with catchphrases, so I'll just. But aim high, shoot low, and all that.
Yeah.
I basically aim to wake up every day, and so far it's been working. And the getting out of bed, that's the shooting low thing. I tend to roll and crawl and brush my teeth and then get into the car. So yeah, I'm highly successful at somehow moving forward and going to work. And walking without tripping. I'm good at that. And chewing gum and walking. So I have a skill set. It's
and they all revolve
small.
around walking.
Yeah.
And breathing. Sometimes I forget.
Strong resume.
But yeah. Okay. So now, and I do think that was really cool that guy was going online and just offering that. I thought that was because I mean that's actually valuable. I mean,
Yeah.
to him, he could be saying, well, I'll give you this if you,
Yeah.
do that. So I thought that was, especially that was like right in the middle of the whole heated beginning of the COVID and all that.
Yep.
So, and I tend to do that a lot. COVID. So, all right. So, and now what inspired you now? Because your gym, like I said, is unique. It's a 24/7 kind of a latchkey kind of thing. If you, I mean, is there a term for what you've set up, or is it just kind of come as you are?
Like a term for or what we're looking for, or what do you mean?
Well, I mean, because like I said, they have access to it 24/7, and I mean, there's not a lot of people that really do that because it's. I mean, it's a great concept, and I think it's very interesting.
Well, I appreciate that. No, we're trying to build a little something different. Because I've been in the fitness industry for 20 years now, and you have your mega gyms, and you have a lot of gyms that are built off of membership based gyms, and that's great. I mean, you need members. You're gonna have to have members to pay overhead and all that. We get that. It's business. But what we really set out to do is create a very defined community. So our gym membership base is smaller on purpose, which ironically benefited us very much in this time. We didn't know that this was going to happen. I didn't cause COVID, just so I want that to be out there. But it benefited us because when people come in, and you could say, I could look out of the gym right now today at what time, 2:00 or whatever, and between, we get to close to 5, and you may have 6 people working out at you go to a larger gym or a membership base, even if it's a small gym, membership based gym, you'll have 20 or 30 people. And all of a sudden it becomes really hard for people to utilize equipment, feel comfortable because they feel like, man, there's a lot of people here, and not everybody's in the same fitness journey. Some people, not everybody's walking around in spring tanks and flexing their muscles and thinking they're pretty.
You know that the thing is so on there.
So it's like we've tried to create a community where people come in, feel comfortable, feel part of the space, feel part of, we call it the tribe. So feel
Right.
part of the
That's and I think that's, like you said, you do get that. There was a commercial or something I saw, the gym intimidation. And when I know when I first started, like I went with a couple of buddies because, I mean, obviously I wasn't in the greatest of shape and I wasn't super familiar except for, being in wrestling and stuff back in high school, using weights and stuff. And even then, my wrestling coach was more calisthenics and isometric. He was not into. He was more stretching and developing that kind of strength, the tensile strength.
Yeah.
And so it was awkward for me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I know how to do some free weights, but there's the machines, and you're just like, I'm not sure, and then you end up twisted up and you look like a spider caught in a web wrapped up in cables. It happens. And then you go and get a bucket of ice cream and go, I'm never gonna do it again. I'm sorry. And a bowl of crunch berries, maybe with Dr. Pepper and the pizza. But oh wait, no, that was when I was high. Okay, so which I don't condone or do anymore ever, unless it's for medicinal reasons, and you guys can do what you want. All right, so being that said, and now you said you've been doing this is for 20 years. I mean,
been in the fitness industry for 20 years. Yeah, so I've been a training, like a certified trainer for 15 of those years, and yeah.
And you guys can't see him, but Curt is like physical specimen of like a Greek god, I think, or something. He's a buff dude. I'm just gonna say that. And if I saw him in a dark alley, I'd just be like, "Here's my wallet, and please just leave my feet and legs so I can walk away from here." No, he's wonderful man. But yeah, dude, you are like prime specimen, dude. I mean, just saying that as a dude, not trying to make it weird, but
Leave that as just a dude.
Yeah, right. It's a dude thing, It's like the guy hug you, 2 pats, and all right, peace, good game. All right.
How about the Bears this year?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talk about my Bears.
Let's go shoot something.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get somebody to recall the motel scene in Planes, Trains, Automobiles when they wake up snuggling each other and they kind of get up like going, ooh, and then they're like, what about the Bears, and trying to play it off.
Yeah, those aren't.
What, you haven't seen Planes, Trains, Automobiles? Oh, you guys got to watch that. It's probably one of the funniest movies of all time.
Oh,
with John Candy and Steve Martin. That movie's great.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Driving the wrong way on the freeway.
Oh, with the devil! Oh my gosh, is that?
He's playing.
So you're going the wrong way.
It's great.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, so
I need to. I unfortunately I gotta probably take this call, so I gotta drop off.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
All right. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, there we go, and that's Brian. But yeah, he's probably like Brian's. And I know I talk about this all the time, but Brian is like basically mild super genius. He could really solve most of the world's problems in like an hour of sitting down with the heads of states. And
he's holding out.
And regale them with quotes from various movies.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. For a guy who cannot sit through, ever since I've known Brian, like we usually watch videotapes. Oh, now we lost Curt.
And so it's just you and me now.
Yeah. So yeah, Brian can't sit through a movie more than like 30 or 40 minutes. Oh, there he is.
And now he's back.
Technical. I don't know what happened, man. It just kicked me off.
Dude, so works with the show. It's not even funny. I mean, well, it is funny, but
it's just par for the course.
Yeah, that's why it's called the Random Kristian Show. So, yeah.
Did you tell them about the one that we recorded? That we had we were on a roll. We were doing so well, and none of the audio recorded.
Yeah.
No.
And it was like one of the longest shows we did. And I mean, seriously, it was awesome.
It was a great
And all you saw was this.
Yes.
So yeah, it was pretty stupid. So
good times.
All right. So now, Curt, and being a gentleman of massive size and whatnot. Now, okay. First off, so lazfit now, and I actually have quite a few people that follow here in Kansas City area. What is the link to your website if people want to check your gym out and whatnot?
Yeah, so it's just lazfit, so lazfitkc.com.
Okay. See, I knew I was forgetting something. I've been trying to promote it a little bit on my Facebook and Instagram, and I forgot the Casey. Yeah, that would have been pretty smart since we're in Kansas City. Kind of goes hand in hand. But okay, so yeah. All right, so lazfitkc.com, and now they can go in, and you also have personal trainers there. You are one, obviously, and you have a couple others, I'm sure.
Yep.
That one dude and the lady, I know I've seen her.
Yeah.
And now you also you have boxing equipment there, right? Or the bags.
We got a pro one of our classes. We have different types of classes, but they're all kind of geared around the same kind of movement, which our movement is more high intensity interval training or strength training with a cardio element to it. Okay. So we do what we call a row fight lift. So we row. If you never used a water rower, I suggest you find one. And try it. I used to make fun of them. So to anybody out there that's a rower, I give you mad respect now. I used to make fun of rowing, and now I love it. It is a hard workout, but the beauty of it is it's low impact. So I guess as I become older, or as I say, more seasoned, that I've opened myself up to different types of movements because I can't do the things I used to be able to do. Do them well. You know what I mean? It's when you're 20, you can just go out. You want to get in shape. You're like, I'll just go run.
Yeah.
When you're 30, you go, I'll just go run, and I'll hurt for 5 days after. And then when you're 40, you're like, I'm not going to run.
Yeah. I'm going to walk kind of fast.
Yeah. Right.
Because there's pizza that way.
Yeah. You just hold. Do you put a string in front of you? Put a little hat and dangle the pizza in front of you?
No, I just Google it on my smartphone while I'm walking and go, pizza joint.
Yeah. You know what you could do is order Domino's, but tell them to drive in front.
That would be awesome. And they're just every quarter mile, they hand you a slice.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's your reward.
There you go.
And if you go extra fast, they give you a soda or something to wash it down with.
Cheese bread.
Oh my gosh.
Now
I'm
this
hungry.
seems a little counterintuitive, though. I don't know.
You're burning it off. It's all.
I'm no expert, but
eating pizza while you run might not be the best.
Just throw in a salad on the 4th mile.
Oh,
there we go. It flushes it out.
Cool. That's
cool. Sweating out grease. That just doesn't sound great either. Sweating out all that grease. Nope.
Now I'm turned off of pizza. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
But, yeah.
How we do. That's how we get you off of bad eating.
Dude, now I'm all thinking about just working on the dock, and I'm sweating, and I'm like, oh yeah. Now I'm just thinking about the pizza oozing out of my body, and
garlic and grease.
Yeah, so pretty much just the grease.
So we do a lot of that movement, with rowing, and then with boxing, with integrating boxing, not for the sake of teaching anybody how they're going to enter the ring necessarily, although mechanics are important, fun, the skill is important, but we do a lot of our stuff just for movement, for for movement's sake, try to teach the right form and technique on anything we do. But I'm just not so much about, teaching somebody whether anything that we're doing. We have athletic performance. That's something that another trainer does. So if you're an athlete or former athlete and you really like that kind of stuff, well, there's a place for you as well. But most of our stuff is just fitness, like just general fitness, to be healthier, to feel better first in the body. I always tell people, and what we try to build here is that if you do the movements, and you have proper nutrition, then your body starts to look the part. But lots of people chase the body. They chase the look. Right. And that's just a never ending pursuit, because like people in that world, then it's never enough. Yeah. It never is quite enough. So I'm done chasing the body. I just try to do the right movements, have a balanced nutrition life, approach to nutrition in my life. And then your body looks a certain way. It looks in shape. It looks aesthetic, good, healthy. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's you've seen me for the past few years now, and I've obviously changed my diet.
Yeah.
It's plus my work has I've had to be more physical at my work and stuff now. So I've shed quite a few pounds, and it does make a huge difference. Not that I'm any kind of shape or anything really. I'm pretty much just a carcass that moves around. But
no.
That being said, I do feel better, and I'm like to the point, once all the mayhem in my life over the next month gets settled, it's kind of something that I'm trying to get back into. Of course, it'll be winter here, so I will, be like, but see, a gym like yours could work for me, because
that's right.
I got free time, free time, but
free time.
Yeah. I'm not even sure. I don't even get to watch TV. That's how much free time I have.
And how much do I chide you for that? Make time for your television. It misses you.
I know. I miss it. I miss the Simpsons a lot. This stupid TV never gets to watch. But yeah,
the Disney Plus, Hulu Plus package.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. I understand,
dude. I have boxes of DVDs. There's some seriously still in the saran wrap. I bought them. I can't. Oh, I haven't seen this movie in like eons. It's got dust, and it's now in a box because I'm moving. So there was.
Well, nobody uses DVDs anymore, so.
Yeah, old man. We just started buying Blu-ray.
Well, yeah, Blu-ray. I have
within the last couple of years, and now everything's streamed or digital. And it's like,
I'm still trying to figure out how to make this soundboard work. For God's sakes, and I actually had a degree in this. Well, not really a degree, but I did years of study and radio work, and I'm lucky this is not on fire right now. So we're at that point. So that's my world. But yeah, there are a lot of people, like you said, that get caught up in this whole, I gotta, do this. And you look great, but I guarantee you I could walk 10 miles and probably feel way better after it than you could, because you're just this form, and I know it's almost like kind of, and I have a friend who is kind of like a bodybuilder, a guy I used to work with, who just really started getting into, just bulking up. And it was just like, dude, there's more to it than just this. But you see him crunch weights, but I guarantee you, I could probably run faster than him and longer.
Yeah, but and the problem with like all that bulking, as soon as you stop using that muscle, it just turns to fat.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing construction, like my chest and shoulders were like, rah.
Yeah.
And then I blew out my back, and then within 6 months, it all just turned to flab.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like button shirts and like holy cow, like
yeah.
I put the managed to lose that, and now this time gaining weight again. Thank you, COVID. At least my boobs aren't getting bigger. I can still button my shirts.
No, I'm good.
It's all around the middle now, and
well,
but yeah, so like so it's also how you work out and what you work out. I don't know what I'm actually trying to say. So, well, when you got to really be careful of like when you stop, like what your body's going to do too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, because people, I think there's a lot there to unpack, but let me start with a conversation I had with a young lady about just kind of giving her some background. She's really into weights and bulking up, and she really loves lifting. And that's right now we're in kind of a season where in the fitness realm, girls are bulking up. So it's kind of cool for girls to get muscle, and where it just wasn't like that. Girls were, they wanted to have that lean body, but they were aerobics back in the 80s, back in the early 90s. And then fitness girls were real popular. And now it's like CrossFit girls, like with big shoulders. I saw a girl in the airport in Vegas, and her arms, I kid you not, her arms were the size of just smaller than my arms, but they put mine to shame at how just ripped they were. And I walked past her, I was like, oh my gosh. But she was very pretty in the face.
Yeah.
But her body, if you just did the head remove, even if you just did this, you're like, that's a dude. Like her. Yeah. But that's common. Whereas for men, the common thing now is lean and athletic, because of what you just stumbled on, is like a lot of guys will do this for a while, then they'll stop. And then they got this like big shoulders, big chest, and but they stop working out because it's like, do I really want to do this? Like maintain this? And
right.
Not really. And so then they gain weight, they gain fat, because their calories were built for that type of frame. So like when you're doing construction, your calories are built, you got to eat because you need it. Then when you stop doing it, you don't need the energy. But the problem is now you build muscle. That makes sense. So like I encourage people, I go, that's why I want to encourage people to find your movement and never stop. Like find it that way you really enjoy. I don't care if it's walking, rowing, cycling. I do not care what you do.
Skateboarding.
Yeah. It's like there's so many movements out there that can help you be fit. And when you find that movement, it helps you become fit here too, because it's something that you love to do. And you're not going, well, I guess I have to go to the gym. And I'm like, wow, I just don't live in that space of like the do. Like I want to live in a space where I get to go do what I love, and I know that's an idealistic thought, but I still believe if you're going to choose anything, choose a movement. Like you're going to be forced into forced into lifting weights. Like don't do that. Like, don't force yourself.
Well, if you're not having fun, then it's not going to last.
No, is that? Yeah. Yep.
Well,
I've probably
as long
put
as
on
you just enjoy it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily. I mean, I skateboard and stuff, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Matt. But
no, that's all right.
No, it's incredibly rude, and I'm a jerk. But anyway,
yeah,
it's my show, so.
Which is why I'm not complaining too much. It's my show.
But like there's been points where like I'm skateboarding, okay, and I'm on a half pipe, okay. Obviously, at 50, almost 55 years old, I'm not as fluid and as versed as I used to be, where I do hand plants and things like that. But I get on there and I'm just kind of going back and forth. But after a while, it's work. And I don't actually like it, but I'm like, you know what? If I stop and I just give up, I'm not going to get any better. I'm not going to at least get to the point where I am having fun or a longer amount of fun, and enjoying it. which I
Right.
do. I just love sitting there kind of carving back and forth. I don't get tricks and boneless and backside airs and things like that, but I'm enjoying myself just going through the motions. That's what skate parks were really great for, and street skating. That's what I used to really do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't mean, yeah, it's movement, but it's not that, every time you do it, you're going to be like, but, you enjoy it. And I think that's, like I said, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think that's more of what you were going for, right? Is just the whole enjoyment aspect, not that it's a party every time you go work out or do whatever you're doing.
It's just that you're not miserable every time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we go hike like once a week, and especially, when I'm really into my photography, and so then you go hike longer and farther and go try to find like that shot. Like, do I have to climb it now that we're here and I'm sweaty and tired? Do I have to go climb a tree to get a shot? And yeah, I do, because it's kind of fun. And
yeah.
And there's always a chance, I'm almost 50. So there's always a good chance I might fall and hurt myself. So there's always a wonderful element of danger involved. And but we haven't been, since COVID started, we haven't been out on our hikes. And that's, I've gained a pound a week since COVID started, pretty much.
Right.
And I'm aware of it. So I'm trying to mitigate, but at the same time, I'm not going to be miserable being stuck inside.
Right.
And I know that eventually I can get back out there and go do what I need to do to feel better, because also I hate exercising, and Chris knows I'm lazy, and I'll admit it, whatever. But when you do exercise, you feel like getting more exercise. It's something that makes you, the more you do it, the more you want to do it, because the better you feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how, and it should be fun, and and if it is fun, then you will do it. And
okay.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I think what he's saying is it triggers like an endorphin high or something once you reach a certain point, and then you start kind of craving that, right?
Absolutely. I think I live by the and I heard this probably from our senior pastor, but when I think about movements that I love to do from the time I was little, young. So let's use skateboarding. I skateboarded when I was young, but I never really got awesome at it. I looking back, I was pretty decent, but I was never like that kid. You see skateboard, you're just like, dude, what in the world? This guy's out of his mind. Well, I could stay on the board. I could do a few little tricks and stuff, but overall, I just never quite got really good. But I'll say this, I had to discipline myself, to get better at it. I had to wake up and take some hits. I had to get on the board and then hit a little small rock and go flying forward, and bite it and learn that wasn't the right way. And I think as we get older, sometimes we're not willing to try something long enough to see if that movement really resonates. And so what resonated with me was I love BMX biking. We're talking, remember the movie Rad? Hey, Rad's out on something right now, I think, or something.
That's on VHS at least.
Yes. And I'm like, Rad was so good. And so I had the pegs. I had the pegs in the front and the back. My dad ordered me, this is back in the day, obviously, I had this baseball magazine, baseball card magazine, but in the back, it had this whole page ad for a book that you could order to teach you how to do all the tricks on your BMX bike.
All the freestyle stuff.
Yeah, brother. So he ordered it for me, and I'm out there, and I can remember, guys, and I know you remember this too, I'm sure, memories of trying this stuff, and I'm building ramps, and I'm trying all these tricks, and I'm biting it. I got tears up in my elbows, knees, but I loved it because I disciplined myself. So here's the thing. I disciplined myself, got better at it, until, I mean, remember just doing hills and jumps, wind, and I'm sorry, you know, you have these memories, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Then came the delight, or came the desire, discipline to desire. So I'd wake up, I couldn't wait to get on my bike. And then finally, the last thing was delight. All of a sudden, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was really a lot of fun. And so I think that's the process. Like, you got to discipline yourself, see if that resonates with you. And then all of a sudden you begin to desire it a little bit. Then comes the delight. People think they're going to start working out and it's going to be delightful. And I'm like, probably not in the beginning. It's like
miserable.
Right. Yeah. Your push-ups, you're not going to do go, well, this is delightful.
my arms feel like strings of jello. That was just fun. But yeah, no, and yeah, absolutely. I mean, I used to BMX. In fact, in junior high, we were the first school to actually have our own BMX team.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my!
We had
that's awesome.
This name will resonate with you, Danny Oakley. Yeah, he was our coach.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he came out and he coached us. It was Redwood Junior High a BMX team. We went to Calabasas.
You were in that's right. You were in Cali.
Yeah, and there was one more BMX track out there. Oh, out in Fremont. But that was actually they had a street and a dirt. It was really cool. But yeah, we were. It was back in the day. It was amazing. We made the local newspapers and stuff, and then well, let's just say things found me, and I found ways to just ride my bike and enjoy.
And then you weren't on a bike all of a sudden.
Well, I was on a bike and going to get pizza and nachos and play video games because, there's I was influenced by things.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I loved about living out here is we would do the same thing, but we would go hike. You go hike to the top of a mountain and then get lit and hang out with nature and whatever, and then hike back down. So you're getting all kinds of exercise.
And we used to
by the
hitchhike.
time, and you could actually, eat a bunch of stuff when you were done and it'd be all right.
That's funny.
We are such health nuts. It's awesome. Just as long as we were baked and, there was a 7-Eleven close by.
I can do it without being baked now, though. So
there you go. Well, see,
we've
gained something somehow. God, I'm such a worthless person. I swear to God. Yeah. So that's my life. And so I got high, worked out, and then well, now I'm the gem of the man that you see me today. So all right.
The other thing about Chris is like finding the camaraderie. Like the other portion of that was like we had a little stinking gang in our neighborhood of BMX. And so that helped. It wasn't just me out on my bike. Now, I will say when I wanted to really, the desire was there. I was trying to get better. So, but the thing that really helped it push forward is there was this community of kids that we rode, we jumped hills, we did all these build ramps and did all this stuff together. So I think paralleling that to fitness, same way, like it's becoming more and more and more popular, and there's pockets of community so it's not just you alone trying to quote unquote get fit.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of people fail. Like they try to go do it on their own, and it's really kind of a struggle. It can be done. I mean, heck, honestly, you don't need a gym. You don't need a piece of equipment if you want to get in shape.
Right.
You can literally do all body weight and proper nutrition. But where a gym comes in, it's community. There's other people that are like helping hold you, not just accountable, like in a negative way, like where are you been? Why aren't you at the gym? Like nobody wants that. Nobody
bastard! I've been here 24/7.
Your drill sergeant or your mom to walk through the door. Where have you been? Get in here and do.
You're worthless and weak.
No, but you have people that help push you.
Yeah.
And you see someone doing something and you're going, I want to be able to do that.
Right.
Like, what's your technique? Like, you know, with the community, you actually have people to learn from and people to teach.
Yeah.
Which all kind of helps
meshes it together.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
and what you talked about was you have the whole tribe aspect,
right?
Which I love. It's not a crew or anything; it's a tribe. You know, tribe is very communal, very knit group that supports each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great.
We did the men's thing, right? And you lost weight this past year, right?
Yeah, actually, I didn't lose. I had already been kind of losing before that.
Right.
But yeah, when we did the men's group challenge, I actually, not too long afterwards is when I finally picked up some more. But I ended up losing almost 45 pounds. I've lost 45 pounds since then.
Wow. We had, and I just talked to a gentleman who he did that. I don't know if we did we did the 3 months and then extended it a month because like COVID kind of just threw all our plans. But then this gentleman just messaged me the other day, and he went from 30-something% body fat to he's sitting at 10. Wow. So but it was all the community of all these other guys doing it. And then once the momentum was going for him, he just kept rocking.
Yeah.
And you can either use that, but one of two ways. Like when people do this, they feel almost like ashamed and they're just like, well, I can't do that.
Right.
or they go, well, shoot, if he did that, let me talk to him and see what he did. I want to do that. So it just, that whole community thing's huge for football.
And that's what I loved about, like you'd see everybody kind of go down and, oh, hey, I did this today or something. I'd be like, all right. Gonna play that game.
Yeah.
And then I'd sit down and, take a nap. But it's my way of accepting a challenge. You're gonna do that? I'm over here napping.
Nap on it.
Yeah. But see, then I kind of and I think I forgot to post it, but I started especially when the weather got better, I would mow. And I have a hill in my backyard that I mow, and I would time myself. And I have a push mower. So I ain't no lawn tractor boy driving around going, no, I'm going to have soda and my lawn's done. No, I get out there and for an hour, I am pushing hard and I don't stop. When I'm going uphill, I push harder, going downhill. I made it kind of a workout in a way. But it was, and when I was done, man, I was spent, at least for the first couple of times. You do it once a week. Towards the end of a month, I was like, I'm mowing the lawn now. And I'd kick my lawn's ass is what I do. Yeah. So
I like it.
But yeah, so I kind of, I tried to use everyday things to help me out. At work, I walk a dock. So I would count my steps and be like, I still got to get some more in,
Right.
And, or I'd, instead of taking the forklift down to the other end of the dock, I got it, I'm walking. So yeah, I tried to find different ways because I saw other people on that webpage doing different things,
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, yeah, challenge accepted. Napper. So,
napper size.
Well, you can get exercise in the weirdest places if you just try.
Yep.
Like at the grocery store, park further away.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That was
and stay away from the electric scooters.
And stay away from those electric scooters. But I think there's so much you can do in your everyday life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To squeeze a little bit more out of it,
Yeah, and too much, in my opinion, and this is coming from a guy, I love fitness. I love working out. I love lifting weights. But I also know that's just one type of movement, and that's not necessarily indicative of health. Just because you have big muscles or you have defined muscles doesn't mean you're healthy. Healthy, mind, body, spirit. And really, the body is really the last, in my opinion, is the last one in that link or in that chain. If you're not healthy here and healthy here, then I don't care if you have a healthy body, your body looks healthy, because it's like a really nice car that the engine won't run. Like my family member, I won't say who, a particular family member one time, this has been years back, bought like got a super deal on a used Bugatti. Problem was the engine was going out, massive. So it lasted like 6 months.
Yeah.
So the awesome Bugatti engine, and so like that is like for our body, right? Our body's the same way. Like who cares? Like your body's all great, but inside is rotting, or you're putting junk into it. Who cares? So it's like, I think it's having that right balance and rhythm, so that's saying like, it's not all about just the movement, like of making your body aesthetically look a certain way.
Right.
So I know a lot of people that are super healthy who you don't look at them and go, wow, that guy looks amazing.
Right. Yep.
But he's super healthy. And that's what it's about.
Yeah. And just feeling good. And now, you see a lot of people who I know yoga's become kind of a big thing, but you see some of these people and you're like, you do yoga? Really? Okay. But they are super healthy and actually pretty damn strong, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've like, you shake their hand, you're like, okay, all right, yoga boy. My hand is now yoga so yeah, I mean, it is. It's more about it. Well, it's a whole complete cycle. It's a combo of everything. But one thing I was also going to mention at lazfit, you have a lot of youth in there too, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We've got several coaches that work with young athletes specifically. So yeah, we end up having, like, I've always ran classes for kids anywhere from 10 to 15, 16 years old, trying to get them into just movement. Again, it's about movement. So we have a very sedentary culture. Very,
yeah.
And so it's weird because back, gosh, here we are talking like old guys. Back when I was a kid,
back in my day,
yes, but there was a hybrid. Like, yes, video games were big, but we were outside. Like there was just a lot of things to do outside, and now, kids just don't have to go outside. Like there's too much at their fingertips disposal, so they don't. It's even more sedentary and non-movement. And you think about now, the current state, like you were saying, Matt, is like getting out hiking is not happening. So for kids, getting out and doing the things they used to do, it's picking back up. But man, for a few months, it was nothing.
Yeah, and that's my two girls. It's like every time I talk to them, because they don't live with me, so it's like I'm like, "What'd you do today?" Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. You have bikes, right? Yeah. Why don't you at least go run? Oh, well, and unfortunately they're not in the best area to be riding a bike in, but
right.
they now, I will say that they have kind of stepped up their game. They meet with one of their friends and they go walk around the block a little bit. So I thought that was kind of a bonus, but again, sedentary is like such a perfect word because everything is right there that they can entertain themselves with. And yeah, we had it back in our days, but back in my day, we used to look at rocks. But it's so, we had a great mix. Yeah. And unfortunately, because I did get high, I played a lot of video games, but I rode my bike to the video games and and skateboard.
Well, the video games were a more of a reward than there. Like right now, like, I mean, my wife and I play video games all the time, and sometimes like it gets boring because it's not a treat.
It's just like, you're there.
I'm over this. Let's wait until I don't know.
Until we go
I
hiking.
don't know. Just, yeah, like I mean, let's go do something, like even if it's because we do all this shopping for like my mother-in-law and a friend of hers, and so we'll go do a marathon shopping for ourselves and them, and spend half the day at 4 different stores. Then the reward is, well, when we get home, we can play some video games.
Yeah, there you go.
But I think that having, like you were saying, Kurt, that it's right there. You get this instant gratification of being sedentary.
Yep.
You don't have to go anywhere to get the reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
You know what's interesting on that? Like, Matt, you just touched on something that I think about when in the video game realm. This is random, so
I'll go for it.
Well, yeah. What's interesting is that think about video games when back in 25 years ago and the reward. Well, like the game was almost the reward. Right. Like, if this makes sense, like remember you couldn't save your game. You had to play.
Yep.
You had to play all the way through. You had to figure it out, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Do up, down, left, right, B, like start in Contra, and I got 3 dudes. I got to figure this out, right? And I can't save it. Nowadays, I mean, the reward of games, they know this. So keeping the dopamine going, you know what I mean? Like to beat Mike Punch Out was a big deal,
dude.
Never done it.
It's a huge deal.
Beat Mike Tyson at Punch Out? I've never been able to.
Oh, dude, I did it twice. That was it.
Yeah.
See?
Oh man, see, that's
but it didn't stop me from trying because, like you said, the reward was the game. Like, forget which Mario Brothers it is. It's like 3 or 4 or something like that. That it is so hard to pass a level, and then like you're following the map. I only know this because I have it on my Wii. And I play it every once in a while because to this day, since the late 80s, I have not been able to beat this game.
Right.
And now luckily I can save it, but you only get a certain amount of guys, and if you die, you have to redo all that over again.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so the game itself, like you're saying, when you finally pass a level, that is the reward.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whereas now, like some Mario games that we have, we can, blow through like half the game in a day, and it's like, all right, well, by the end of the weekend, we'll have it finished.
Right.
And then it's done. And then what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah. You're just moving on to the next fix, the next thing that's.
Yeah.
Right. There's the risk reward is less. So it's developed a lot of complacency in our youth because like, I got this, or you can go, especially nowadays that you have a computer, a laptop, tablet, and a phone, all access while you're playing the game, and you can go and get a cheat code. And then, because those are out there too, because they're leaked to keep you hooked into the game. So, yeah, I mean, it's, now we're going to start conspiracy theories, and I'm going to go down a very dark hole. Yeah, no, I won't. But I could, because I can, and then we don't have enough time.
Well, but then you get games like the Pokemon Go, and now, like we play, my wife and I, we each have it on our phone.
Nope.
Is the Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter or whatever, where you do have to walk around, and you do have to get out in your community and go do things. But then people make fun of those games, like, oh, you're playing a dumb like Pokemon game, like
right.
But it's getting people out of the house. It's getting people moving.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Who cares what the carrot is? Carrot and the stick.
The
Chris,
carrot is a vegetable, by the way.
Well, I
a
had.
fruit vegetable.
Can I use this minor group therapy session, Chris? Do you mind?
Go for it.
So I won't say the name of the game because you all probably had it, and I don't want to throw the game on the bus. But this is this game where you build like a community in the game, and has certain defending aspects and attacking elements to it. And the thing is, though, to build this takes a lot of time, but I ain't got time for that. So you get to spend real money to purchase upgrades, to your things. And I found myself spending.
You don't have to say
if there's that long of a pause right there. Whoa.
But again, when I'm a kid, when we were playing video games, you had to suck it up, Buttercup. If you're not good at this game, you better get better.
Yeah.
Advance.
Yeah.
Right? You don't get the instant. I don't get to go, let me drop $9.99 to get these coins so I can get. I don't want to beat. I don't know how to beat this guy. He's better than me. His strategy is better than me. So you know what I'll do? I'll buy coins to upgrade. And so now I instantly leapt over somebody who beat me, and right? So I spent like, whatever, and then attacked him and was like, "Ha ha!
What's up, bro?"
But like, I just, who's the fool?
all those games, I made a decision a long time ago. Any of those in-app purchase games, I'm not going to do it. I play a game almost every day for while I'm sitting down doing stuff. And I'll play like 15 minutes of it and whatever. And people, yes, Chris, later, and we'll get to that.
You're not masturbating to porn, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not a game. That's not a game.
Okay.
There's
I wanted clarification.
I have my goal. No.
I know. So random and awkward. It just got really weird.
I've decided long ago I'm not going to spend a dime on these games just to win, because it's a free game. Why am I wasting money on a free game? But I'll get better at it.
Yeah.
Just how hard is it?
Whoa. Just went back to awkward again.
I feel your shame. I receive it.
But there's a Simpsons game that I spent $5 on to do something, and that was years ago, and I regret it to this day still. I remember texting my wife going, "There's going to be a charge from blah 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 on the on our card, and it's just me, and I apologize ahead of time." And she's just like, "Are you ever going to do that again?" It's like, no.
Oh my God!
I couldn't wait, and
there's no walk of shame anymore. It's the explanation of shame.
Ugh.
You just so I was playing this game, and so there's like $40 that I'm gonna. Well, it could be 70, but I won kind of
for the first month.
Well, I was gonna say I won the first level, so there may be some more charges, just small ones
just later on.
And there's
and that's the worst thing. It's like it's one of these games, like I think you're saying, where you build the community. The Simpsons wasn't attacking, but there was a lot going on in this game, and I couldn't wait to get the coins or whatever.
Yeah,
because it was going to take 3 more days, and who knows, like whatever quest I was on or whatever was going to expire before I was, so
right.
So embarrassing. So embarrassing.
They're all. I found that they're all kind of the same nowadays. Like I get roped in to downloading them, and then I get past the initial sequence, and I realize this is the same game, just reskinned.
Yeah.
They're gonna get me again.
It's a whole new spin.
So I gotta delete it before I. Because
before you're like, let me get my credit card.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it starts out instantly building things, and then it's like, oh, you have to wait 5 minutes, and I'm like, I can't wait 5 minutes.
Oh, that is the worst too, because you're like on a roll. You're like, I've got the
Right.
rhythm. I'm doing it. And
Well, and if you wait,
it's only $2.99.
Yeah.
Hold on.
that 5 minutes, you're gonna go find something else to do, and
Yeah.
so all your time is wasted on that game.
Yeah. Oh, I'm done,
Yeah.
guys. This is me flushing this out and letting you know I'm done with doing the gaming on the phone, because those are the type of games that I do like, but I don't like how they format them anymore.
Yeah.
Because they know that they're getting you into the in-app purchase they know how to play on that dopamine reward system and push that, and more people are going to push the button. Oh, you want to upgrade your dragon to level 12? 99.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I want to upgrade my dragon.
a level 12 dragon. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, my
I need
friends
that.
Cool. No, they don't. No, my friends don't.
My dragon needs the purple wings.
Yeah.
It's gotta have it, man. $5.
That's cheap.
Okay. Yeah, I know. And let me get my card. Hold on.
For a purple winged dragon, dude. Oh,
Yeah, right.
Like I'm spending it on Simpsons.
yeah.
That's just crazy talk right there. Yeah. So, well, we're gonna have to start a 12-step program for this now.
Yeah.
There's a venue, I'm sure, for this.
So there's money to be made there, right? I mean, people to help.
Yeah.
Free
My
them
name's
from
Chris,
money.
and I play video games on my phone, and I've spent over $5,788.95. It's been 3 days since I played my last game, and I've really been struggling lately, especially when I go to the bathroom and I'm not feeling well. So I take a book with me. It makes it hard, but I feel like I'm going to slip.
I'm going to share something right now.
Oh.
I have a book from the Fletch series. You know,
Chevy
Fletch?
Chase Fletch?
right.
Oh!
But it was a series of books, and the Fletch character, it's this one I'm reading right now is called Confess, Fletch. It's great.
Oh!
Way better.
I had no idea that there was books about Fletch.
I
The
didn't
book that the movie's based on, the first movie, really good book. Second movie was not based on a book, much to the author's chagrin.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I didn't know that Fletch really got that deep. I'm
Oh no, Fletch is a great series. Series, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Check it out,
I was
man.
about to do that, Kurt. I swear. Because yeah, I mean, all I remember really is it's all ball bearings nowadays, guys. Come on, get with it.
Come on,
I
guys.
say that to my wife every once in a while. I'm all, it's all ball bearings now.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you talking about?
Nobody gets it unless you've
Nobody.
seen Fletch. So,
Yes.
wow.
Fantastic.
Mr. Underwood.
Mr. Underwood.
Underhill.
Underhill, yes, thank you.
Ted Underhill. I've had a series of charges to my account. Yeah. So, so, and then
All
that
right.
hooks us back into paying for the video games, which basically deals with complacency, which brings us back into working out and being fit.
There you go.
Hooked it. Dang.
Nice.
God, I'm getting good at this. Which basically means we've totally run out of time. And God, I see, this is what happens, Kurt. We could sit here and go, well, we had an hour and 45-minute show just like this. Great stuff. And
Poof.
yeah,
No.
that's how it went. So another hook back into our total failure of broadcasting. So once again, I've successfully brought us back around to Curt Vignery, fitness gurus extraordinaire, and lazfitkc.com.
Got it.
LazFitkc lazfit.com. You want to check it out, everybody here in Kansas City. Awesome gym, awesome people there. And you kids can do it too. Now, do you have a listing of the classes and stuff that you teach, or is that all up to the personal instructors?
No, yeah. So we got a list of the classes on there. We have personal trainers that do one-on-one sessions. We actually do life coaching sessions because, again, it's not just about the body; it's about the mind and the spirit. And then we do massage as well. So it's your one-stop shop for body and spirit needs.
Because actually, we're looking for a new massage place. So, yeah. I'm old and sore, and I walk around on pavement for 10 to 12 hours. So
yeah,
you would think that, oh yeah, you get used to it, or it's just walking. Yeah. No, it's all outside in the cold and the heat. And so shut up, people on YouTube.
Get yourself a pair of Doc Martens, man.
Orthopedic.
Airwear
worn out
soles.
Doc Martens. The Red Wing boots are the best.
Or some nurse's orthopedic shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Shape ups.
Oh God. They don't make those in steel toes though. So or composite toes. That would be classic though. That would be kind of funny.
That'd be
I would
hilarious.
have to figure out how to do that. But Curt,
I'm sure Skechers makes a work shoe.
Yeah, they do.
Would embarrass the heck out of you if you wore them.
Yeah, they're white and they're for nurses.
Yeah.
So,
hey, it's all about comfort, man.
Yeah, until the forklift runs your foot over, and then you're just hop along. Yeah. So yeah. So good to know. Just total side note. See, this is why it's called the Random Kristian Show. We just go everywhere, and it's fun until we're on for an hour and 45 minutes with. So again, Curt, I thank you so much. And by the way, if you're also in the Kansas City area and want to see, are you going to be up in the pulpit anytime soon? You don't know, do you?
Yeah, next week, not this weekend, but next weekend, September, whatever that is, 19th, 20th, somewhere on there.
Yeah, come on up to the Rock of KC, up there off North Winan. You can Google it, the Rock. Fabulous, wonderful church, non-denominational. It's just about God and spreading the word and his love.
Yeah.
So like I said, all our Pastor Philip, awesome. Curt's awesome. Pastor Jonathan, Pastor Susan, everybody's so great up there. It's awesome. Great word. And we're online. So there you go. I say it's a tribe community. See, there's another hook. See, I'm getting good at this. Oh yeah. I'm back, baby. Anyway, Curt, really, really, really thank you so much for taking the time to be on here, bro, and putting up with us. And yeah, I know I made it weird and awkward, but it's what I do sometimes. It's but yeah, man, anytime you want to come back on, like we do this Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you ever want, just come on and get weird and random with us, I would love to have you back on here, bro. And
all right.
I really enjoy it. So please, lazfitkc.com, go check them out, get your workout on and your groove, and get fit and get healthy and just be good. So, Matt, thank you so much. Want to thank Anchor.fm. Oh, Matt, what is it? Maddie's Photos?
I probably MATTESPHOTOS on Instagram. Maddie's Photos.
Yeah, there.
On Instagram. And now there's a link on my Instagram profile that will take you to my my portfolio page instead of the Etsy page, because I'm done with Etsy.
Yeah, screw it.
So if anyone sees anything on my portfolio page that you would like a print of, drop me an email.
There you go. See?
Cool.
Through the via contacts on my portfolio page.
Yeah. Hey, he does.
And I need to update my portfolio page now.
So yeah. So now you got to get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually as soon as the air quality clears up here a little bit, it's still golden out right now. Really been itching to get back out there. I have a new camera.
Yeah.
And
I
really need to go take some photos with it. What?
Get some fire photos.
That's way too far away.
Well, but with the sky and stuff.
I'd much rather go take local pictures.
Oh, there you go.
With the aftermath.
Yeah.
Of the fires. But I'd like to be able to get back outside and be able to breathe while I go on hikes. So
there you go. Yeah, that's true. So just carry an oxygen tank. You'll be fine. But anyway, Maddie's photos on Instagram with the link. lazfitkc.com. Anchor.fm, thank you. YouTube, thank you. Hey, I'm at kjvoiceworks.com if you guys, or at gmail.com thing. I really don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So anyway, Curt, thank you. Matt, thank you. And gentlemen, we will be doing it again here soon. So appreciate your time. Everybody be good to each other. We didn't even get into the whole bullying thing. I have a rant. So be ready for that, because that's probably going to be Tuesday. So
and I've got a interesting little story about bullies from high school. So
see, something to look forward to, people.
Yeah.
All right. And hey, Curt, if you want to join in, we'd love to have you. Everybody be good. Please be good to each other. Just remember, we're all here just to take care of each other. All right. Love each other and be good. Peace out. See you next time.
Adios.
And end there. So.